Yeah, forever, boy. Let me plug this up first. Because the time I plug it up, it's probably going to hang up. And if it do, I'll be right back. Ever, boy. Let me plug this up first. Because the time I plug it up, it's probably going to hang up. And if it do, I'll be right back. Okay. I knew like time I plugged my phone up, it was going to go out for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not going to question it. Question enough. This is not the moment of questioning. We are not in the moment to question. Oh, your song on the radio. How ironic is that? Right here next to you, baby. Can you hear it? Hi, phone guy. Listen to what I say. So yeah, you can't hear it. So yeah, you can't hear it.
I heard it and did it loud and clear. Oh my God.
There's no internet. Any other time, if I was trying to let you hear something, you wouldn't hear nothing.
Right.
It's the same phone.
Well, you live, so that's one reason.
Is it?
Yeah, I can hear like, your lives is fine. For some reason.
Crazy.
Girl. These are not vitamins, baby. They just a snack pie. You can have one. Just letting you know.
Hey, Jasmine.
What up, Jasmine?
What's up for me in the night?
Yeah. Listen to what I say. Oh, you don't have to, but you can. I do. Okay. Yeah. I'm just over here dispensing medication.
Do your thing. I need to go and dispense some to myself.
Okay.
Dude.
Sister.
It's crazy.
Sister. It's been a day, ain't it? Yeah, I know.
Girl.
My God, today. This is the day that the Lord has made.
This is the day. Hey,
Soldier boy.
I soldier boy.
You's a soldier boy.
You are dumb.
Girl, look at this. As I was getting ready to dispense it, he is already out of there. I'm not calling
Won't you do it?
Won't he do it?
How was y'all day? My day was very what's the word I want to use? My day was very transitional.
I thought Coco was about to say, sister, you been on my mind. Not again.
We were talking about Color Purple earlier today.
Yes.
And how awful it is.
Here, Ethan. You want this back? Okay. Because you just remembered, probably.
Today was way better than yesterday. That's good. My today was so. I don't even know the words for it,
I'm happy to hear that for you. So
but I am. I am too. I'm very happy to hear that.
take your time, sister. Take your
Girl,
time.
I'm gonna need all the time because my day today was
Oh wow,
right. It's like that's not helping.
not helping.
Ooh, Lord. Hey everybody. My day.
I'm glad your day's okay, Jazz.
I have entered. I have entered. That's all I can say. It's like
Come on,
I have arrived to a space and place that I am unfamiliar with, but I'm very excited to see where it takes me.
Ooh.
It's been a very different, very different shift, a very different realm, if you will, today. That's what I was thinking last night. I had a good night's sleep. Like, oh, today it hasn't been a bad day, but it's been a very revealing day. A lot has been revealed to me today. A lot. Hey, Bria. Um, she did cook, but I forgot what she said she cooked. Hey, boo. Um, yeah, y'all. It's girl. I'm trying to put it into words. I'm trying to find the words. I'm really trying to find the words. Amazing. Um, I feel made new today. That's what today gave. Made new. You know this song, Make Me Over? I know Coco know it.
Yes,
Make me
love
over again.
me over.
Oh,
Love, make me,
made over for sure.
make me over. I'll be a background music while you talk.
Right, let me turn Pandora off. Pandora is fired.
Dora's not helping.
Pandora is fired.
Oh, Penny Dora.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a new me. It's an unfamiliar me. It's not.
Make me
I'm not
over,
familiar with this version of myself.
Lord.
New. So if y'all thought I was loose and all kind of extra before, I don't know what you're about to get. So
Man, so I ain't mean to say so. I meant to say
wrap. Put your
strap in
seatbelt
tight.
on. Put your seatbelt on. I don't know what I don't know what I'm about to give y'all. And I'm not just talking about in the here and now, but I'm just saying from this moment on, I don't know what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
What you
Mm-hmm.
get. Thank you for the gifts. I can say that wherever you are where you are for a reason. You are right where you need to be, and you're gonna have moments where it seems very chaotic, very weird, out of place. You're right where you need to be.
Period.
One thing I want you to make sure that you don't do is don't quit, don't stop, don't give up. Like right now, it's so important to not don't give up. I've been stressing that for the past week or so. You are in a pivotal moment. She keep cookies. You are in a very pivotal moment. Yeah.
And what's Halloween finna look like? Oh,
Halloween, the veil is going to be thin.
none
Okay?
existent. Come on, brother. I'll warm them up for you.
It'll be very thin.
My God, keep fighting. This all you gotta do is accept and surrender at this point.
Keep going. I want you to pay attention because a lot of things are going to seem one way, but they're going to really it's not what it seems.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what it seems. So keep that in mind. 111 on the clock. It's not what it seems. So if it seemed like you're going through it, or it seemed like your world is crashing, or it seemed like you're going through this big tower moment, or it's so many things changing all at once, it's not. It's like you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, you didn't mess up. You didn't miss steps.
Woo.
It's like that for a reason. Everything is shifting. Everything is changing. Everything is exiting out with the old and issuing in the new. So don't feel like I messed up. I missed something. This should be like this. This should be like that. It's a time for you to really look and read into stuff in a symbolic way. Like you really should read things with your symbolic sight in this moment. Hey, Nikki, in this moment, because things are not, they're not going to be as they seem. So don't let that throw you off. Okay. I know I just turned from this song twice and it's just gonna play.
Which one is that?
Um, Into You.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Listen up, everybody.
So you wanna come up? You going live still?
Right there, you go.
Might as well.
Right,
Hey brother.
and the door
Hey,
just.
y'all trying to find the keys, so I go get those cookies right quick.
I'll meet you halfway, bro. I
Listen,
got you.
he keep cookies. You hear me? She keep the cookies.
Yes,
I'm
they
gonna
have
be
the
up.
sweet man.
He'll be up at like 2 in the morning talking about I just need 2 cookies real quick.
I just need this snickerdoodle real quick.
Right? Straight up fly us out. He got it.
Right,
He got it.
you definitely got it.
Don't wait on him to come pick you up. I've been waiting on him to come pick me up for the past 3 weeks.
Thank you for the gifts.
Yes, thank you.
Like you said, there's a lot going on out here.
It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. Today I experienced my final um residual energy of a past life. I'll put it like that. So when I say today was very transformational, very transitional, very new, it was. You really do have to say adios to that old version, to that old self, to old beliefs, to old relationships, to old anything that really don't serve you any purpose in this new walk, in this new path, this new journey that you are in. Fly us out on a trip. Thank you for the gifts. Soul is not coming to get us, girl. He is not coming to get us. You just
Why
guess
is it?
what?
Why does it look so dark? Aren't you in the car?
Listen, don't be telling people my locations.
I'm not saying your state and city. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nikki.
No, I am. I'm in the car. I am. Yeah, he is not coming to get us. Congrats, Nikki. What y'all? How y'all feeling? So, how was your day? Did you rest?
Right? How was your day?
Yeah, my day was cool. Yeah, I did get a chance to rest today, which was needed.
That's
So
needed.
it was my day today was way better than yesterday. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like right before the big bang happens, right? Right before that big change happens for you, it seems like everything crumbles. Or it seems like you just have like a day from hell, or it seems like the people or energies around you, they just be on one. You like, what the hell is happening? What's really going on?
Right, all of that.
All of that. It's crazy. The people out here peopling real bad right now. Don't get mixed up in the matrix. I will say that. Yeah, this new energy, it is something else. And this is just the beginning. Like we have not seen nothing yet.
Mm-mm.
We ain't seen nothing yet.
Talk about strap in. Please check your seatbelts. Make sure they are connected tight to
Listen,
your face.
just ask for an extension, okay? Just go ahead and get that extender just to
Yes,
make sure
Nikki.
you got that extra safety precautions because this energy
Man,
is about to have you on go.
man. Put
Oh,
on the full armor, okay?
right. Happy
Take it
early
off.
birthday.
Happy early birthday, Nikki J. I want to call your name so bad. So bad.
Happy birthday.
Birthday. Birthday. Uh.
I tried to get on live last night.
Ha! Oh.
When I tell you it was not working for your girl, no. They said no.
Not yet. Hold it.
Hold it. And then earlier it was like when they were really pushing me to get on live, and I was like, I can't. Yeah. Yeah, you go through that period. You go through so many different emotions and periods and rises and falls when you're on your journey. You have moments where you are going to be completely active, just always on go. And then you have moments where they will make you sit down for weeks, days, weeks to months, and you wondering like, when can I get to moving again?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'll tell you, sometimes they don't. You just have to trust the process. No matter where you are in your journey, you have to trust the process. You cannot just, you can't just have temper tantrums or or go off because it's not going your way or because you don't understand it. Those are the times where you really kind of have to ground, meditate, and listen the most because you are going to need that guidance in those moments for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Who told him to go somewhere?
The dabbing. Look at him.
Who told him to go anywhere? He always doing it.
Or you can do it and try those things and see that they doesn't work. So this is the preferable method in those moments.
Just don't. Nobody. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
You
You want to
do
try? Let me see. Last time, last night, I brought one person up.
They said don't focus on yesterday, remember?
Right. Yesterday, y'all, is like 7 years ago right now. Okay, that's just how crazy my day has been in the best way.
Yep.
That's
So
just how crazy it's been. There she go.
Hi
That had gave me a
guys.
whole panel. Hey, Nikki.
this is where
So
it
I
gets
want
for.
to give y'all some updates and also let you know. Soul of a Man 504, thank you so much. Y'all don't even understand the journey I have been on since the last time we had a chance to talk, honeys.
Okay,
Okay.
let us
Oh,
know.
let me just tell y'all now, yesterday I completely and permanently ended a situation that I've had going for the last 8 years. And when I tell you I didn't have not a now emotion attached to it, not a cry, not a sadness,
Mm,
not a tear, not a, baby, it was like, okay, you be better, be blessed. And I'm gonna holler at you here. And I
Yep.
do hope you find what you're looking for in this world, but it's not me.
mm,
I have been. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I've had a problem, and I think it's from my daddy issues and my abandonment issues
mhm.
that I will. What's the word when you dealing with somebody and you just don't want them, but you keep them in the pocket.
Tolerate them.
Right,
You know, you
right.
tolerate them and you tolerate them and you tolerate them, and it's just like you just wake up one day and say, "Why?
Mm-hmm.
What's the purpose of this here?"
Mm-hmm.
When I
Newsflash.
tell you guys, yesterday was it was a blessing. But I'm like you, I already knew something was coming. I just didn't know what it was.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how bad I needed that to happen until it actually did.
Yeah,
And when I tell y'all it was out the blue, like it was totally you as women, you know how we'll get it in our mind first and we done?
right.
Or we'll get it in our mind first. We're like, okay, if you
Mentally
want to play, I'm for
gone
the play.
way
So what we
before.
doing?
Right.
Right. But it's like, you know how we have that one person as soon as we see them, soon as we cut a little eye over their head, yeah.
Yes, sir.
then all that stuff you thinking in your head, huh? This stuff flew right on out the window.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach
You know
Shani.
what?
But the blessing is when God gives you that coverance where
Mm,
looking at you, it don't phase me. Talking to you
mm,
don't phase me. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
that you do phases me. Baby, I don't care.
Do you?
All
mm.
that drama and all that unhealed trauma you got, go give it to somebody else because I'm tired.
That's
I
a
know
wrap.
that's
It's a wrap. And so I am very thankful that happened. It needed to happen way long time ago, but as we all know, as we get older, um, just because we want it to happen, don't mean it's going to happen. You can't fall in love and have your heart tell you, okay, well, stop loving this person,
right.
stop caring for this
Right.
person, stop
Facts.
worrying about his well-being. Like it doesn't work like that. If it's true and honest and sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's that, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, here come the foolishness
Here
of
we
it
go.
all.
Here we go.
The previous conversation that we all had, honey, when I was going back and forth with that thing over there,
Mm-hmm.
like why that thing kept telling me he loved me? I
Lord.
mean, just
Oh.
busted out with it.
Lord.
And I'm gonna have to be honest with y'all for a brief moment. I was at work that
Mm,
I don't know why this happens to me while I'm trying to be professional.
mm,
However, I had to throw myself in break. You hear me? Get myself all the way together because I don't know if you guys know if I told you, but he's not the type of person who says it. If he doesn't mean it, he does
Right.
not say
Yeah.
it.
You
And
did
that's
tell
just
me
what
that.
it is. And I
Mm-hmm.
can give him that. So for him to say it to me,
Yeah.
I was trying to gather all of me, baby, because I had been going back and forth with trying to revisit some stuff,
Right.
and I didn't.
So
And
proud
then,
of
girl,
you.
look, the universe brought it right on to me. But let me tell
Listen.
you how the devil, girl, the devil sure trying to, the
Ooh.
devil was sure trying to get you involved in some stuff that you ain't supposed to be involved in.
Listen, you gonna be
Listen.
in
Why he got
charge.
So we gotta
intimidated
tell
after
you one more
telling me?
time just to make sure if we clear it out for you. Are you
Uh,
sure? Because when we clear this, let's be clear. It's next level time. There's definitely no revisiting then. So
You're
are
gonna
you
be
sure?
tried. You are going to be tried, tested, and all of that. We can
Hmm.
talk. You can talk. You can go 2 good weeks. You can go 2 months.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
But when they bring it back, you gotta stand 10 toes on what you said, no matter when they bring it back around, because it's
Right.
gonna come back around.
And when I tell you guys he did not stand 10 toes, he got intimidated at the fact that I did not eat that up. I did not
Yeah.
react to that I love you. And I looked at that I love you and I said, prove it.
Mm.
Because your lips can say anything, but it's your actions that I
Come on
want
with
to
the action
see.
word.
Talk about it, sister.
And baby, when I tell you, that I love you doing the right on down.
Hmm.
I say, when you go to a corner, you get yourself together, girl, and don't be using that word no more. When you don't,
I love Nikki. You hear me? I love it.
and I mean, don't use it no more.
Did you say
Now
you
sit
put that away?
down.
Put
Sit
that
down
away.
somewhere.
Hmm.
Yes, I
I'm
was
bringing
like,
this over here. We don't. Mm-mm.
ooh, listen.
Uh-uh.
I mean, he
No.
tried to gather me all up with it.
No. That's when
I
you
said,
just
Yeah.
I ain't healed my trauma for nothing, baby. Let me put some of this therapy to use.
That's it
Now
right
you will
there.
not get me caught up, sir. Now let me get
Hmm.
out of break and go back to work. All right,
That was a productive break. You hear me?
you heard me?
right.
Oh,
Still
Hmm.
girl,
working on the
but when I
job.
tell y'all, a man
Hmm.
will tell you what they feel like you want to hear right when you think you need to hear it.
Hmm.
But when you covered, you hear me? When
Come
you
on,
are
Listen.
covering.
covered,
The
Where's
covering is
your
upon your
mind?
life.
yes, honey.
There go that song coming back up again.
Which one? Please don't tell me the one that we just banned.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's the Tyler Perry, the family reunion, the beginning. When your mind is clear.
Oh, okay. I can deal with that one. I can handle that one. Cause woo,
When
I
your
was
mind
gonna
is
be a little
clear.
concerned if it was the other one again. I was about to say that is not helping this situation at all.
Ah.
Listen, y'all. Listen. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. We have to be mindful too, and you have to be ever so ready for what you ask Spirit for when you ask them for it,
Mhm.
because you may ask for something today, and it could be next year before you get it. But when you get it, you like it's going to blow your mind. Today, for instance, I have been asking for like 2 things, right? I have been asking for it for a while, maybe 2 years, really. And I didn't want it to just happen like that, but I wanted to gradually get to a certain point to where I could do what I needed to do, how I wanted to do it, right?
Mhm.
So one year this went away, the next year this went away. A few months later, another part of something went away. Today, when I tell you they snatched me so quick today, they snatched me today. They took that last little thing that I needed to get rid of, so that I
Come
can
on.
step into that area of what I had been, where I've been wanting to be for so long. Y'all, I said, I don't know. At first, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, what is happening? What is this? I don't know. They were like, you ready? This is what you've been asking for.
Mhm.
This is what you've been waiting for. You've done the work. This is what you've been waiting on. And I remember, because I was talking to Coco, and I was like, girl, Wow. Wow. Because it's the fact of knowing that when you do the work, when you commit to it, when you give it your all, even before you see those things become tangible, the feeling, you can feel the energy of that shift. You can feel the energy of things changing for the better. You know what I'm saying? You can feel that change. And just that feeling alone, just that energy alone will have you so overwhelmed with emotions, with joy, with peace, with
Right.
the everlasting type of peace. So you can't do anything but be thankful. Like you don't even care when the rest is coming. You're at peace. You just knowing that you completed that cycle. Just knowing that you closed out a big part of your life to start a new chapter. You're
But you
fine.
know
Like you
what?
don't even
But
care.
a lot of people miss the lesson because God give us that free will.
Yep.
Because if we ask him for something and he gives it to us, it's always going to be a test in it. Are
It's
you
gonna
going to go
always be a
backwards
test.
or are you going to move forward because this is what you've been asking me to do?
It's gonna
A
always
lot of
be a
times when
test.
you're not ready, we might, like I said, as women, we'll mentally start our process of getting away from whatever situation, not just a man, but it could be a
Right.
job, it could be anything. But we'll mentally get ourselves prepared. But when the time comes, we sitting here, we hesitant. We go
Yeah.
to our girlfriends because we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We praying about it, and it's just like God. I think God sometimes look at us like, now what? But don't you
Because
see what I just did for
you
you?
you have to remember too, it's not gonna always happen the way you see fit for it to happen.
Right.
It's not gonna always be the way you can make this plan. You can make it so detailed and designed, and spirit
Hmm.
will literally you'll still get the same reaction, or you'll get to the same ending, but in a totally different way. You like, wait a minute, whoa, I thought it was gonna happen like ABC. But y'all
Hmm.
showing me DEF. Wait a minute, like that's where we started? I didn't know it was gonna be like this. So you have to be ready. You have to
You
be
have to
ready.
be
You
ready.
have to be willing. And you have to know that on your journey, you're going to make mistakes. You are not going to be perfect. You are
No.
going to seem like you're taking 3 steps forward and 5 back. But as long as you take those lessons and you celebrate those little moments of growth, you
Hmm.
celebrate those small accomplishments, it's all worth it. It's going to all pay off in the end. So
That
I would
is
tell
true.
anybody, like, pat yourself on the back, no matter what you're doing. As long as you're doing something, it's people out here that's not doing anything.
True. I just posted that on my Facebook page today. I just said, we all have life that happens. We all do. But
Right.
don't get stagnant. Don't stop. You keep pushing. And if that push is moment to moment, sometimes it's second to second. Sometimes with me,
Second.
it's like
Right.
I'm literally just trying to get through the day.
Right.
But as long as you keep pushing, that's the thing. Don't stop and get defeated by whatever circumstance you may be in. And
Mm-hmm.
if you fall, okay, I fell. But let me get
Take
on
that
up
lesson.
and let
Take
me
that
keep going.
lesson,
There you go.
apply it, and keep going. And you have to be thankful for those experiences.
Yes.
Certain times, like oftentimes, we end up feeling like we were here too long, or we were dealing with this too long, or we were dealing with
Hmm.
that too long. You have to be thankful for those moments, because those moments played a major part and a pivotal part of who you are today and who you
Hmm.
became.
Right.
You have to find the best parts in the worst situations, no matter what it may have looked like.
Right.
You have to thank that version of yourself, because that version of yourself
Yes.
was strong enough to carry you through that moment in your life, so that you
Yes.
can be your higher self, so that you can be who you are today.
That's correct.
So you don't live with regrets. You don't live in moments of like, I wish I never did this. We all have those moments because we're all human. But you don't carry that. You thank that version of yourself. You heal that version of yourself, so that you could become who you are now.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. And I'm gonna tell you something else. When you give advice or you give someone else your experience, I like to tell people it's not what I don't I this is not what I read. Ain't nobody told me this. I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
you from my personal experience.
Right.
I'm telling you what I've been through. I'm telling you
Right.
that every time that I fell down or was stagnant, I wasn't ashamed about it, but God gave me that determination in me. So
Yep.
every time that I tripped or I staggered or I went back or I made a decision as a grown woman to do the opposite of what I'm supposed to do, just know I grew in it. I learned my lesson in it. I was better for the next time. And I'm determined to get to where I'm getting to. That's part of the reason why I don't have children, because for me, I wanted a career.
Right.
I came from the hood, right? And when you come from a particular area, all I thought about was I can't live like this the rest of my life.
Right.
I love y'all, but I'm just not gonna do it now. And it's just like, and you put that determination in. I got to get
You
out of here
do.
by any means necessary. I'm finna
Do.
go.
You do.
And I wanted to chase after a career. So in my younger mind, the younger Nikki always said, I got the rest of my life to have these kids. Let me go get my career. Let me
Mm-hmm.
go make a little bit of money. Let me go live how I see myself living. And then I have some children.
Yeah.
But along my journey, you grow as women. We go through things medically. Sometimes you think you want to have some kids. And God said, that's not what I put you on this earth for. That is not your ministry, baby.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta be the rich auntie and uncle. Like
You
that's
heard
not
me?
for you.
As a
And that's
woman,
okay.
Period.
but you know how we grew up. You know
Yeah.
that our grandmothers and our mothers, they raised us up to be good women, good wives, good mothers. They raised us up to, be superwoman, basically. And then
Mm-hmm.
for me, because I don't have any children, I had to kind of get over that part. So when I'm dating or when I'm with someone, I'm having to make a point to where I'm 39 tomorrow. I'm not in a position to want to have no children. I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good with saying to a man, don't pressure me into having a baby. That's just not my journey. And if that's what you want, then I'm not who you want. And that's okay too. You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
okay too. At
But
least
the
you are
world
willing
make you
to
feel
say
like
that.
you have to give a man a child. You have to have
Mm-hmm.
this is what society says a family looks like. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? And then you have to kind of learn on your own that no, I could be married to a husband and that's our family. It doesn't have to include
Period.
children.
Right. Right. Very
You get what
true.
I'm saying?
Period.
Or if
Very.
we want to adopt children, that's our family. This is our
It's
choice.
yours.
Right. And but
If you wanted dogs and you said that's your kids, then that's your kids. That's just what
okay.
it is.
And
That's
that
what
was
it
really
is.
hard to overcome for me. It was very hard to overcome
We
because you
all
got you
have
got big mama and them telling you, girl, when you gonna have some kids? You
we
can't even
all
go to the
have those
cookout without somebody
challenges.
trying to put a baby on you.
We all have those challenges in some type of way. If it's not kids, it's education. If it's not education,
Right.
it's you should have been doing this and you should have been doing that. And when you grow up, you end up living for you live up to other people's expectations till you lose who you are.
Right.
And then you
Right.
realize that those people have been conformed to the matrix. You can't blame them because it's generational.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be that person to break those curses. You have to be that person to be the outside person, to be the weird one, to be the one where they look at it and they're like, you live your life in a totally different way. Because when you awaken and when you
Mm-hmm.
do the work, you are basically taking a journey back to self, to who you really
Right.
are. And
Right.
we're easy to get lost in the world of the matrix. We're easy to get lost in this conform society because people feel like it got to be this way, it got to be that way, you got to live
Right.
like this, you got to have this, you got to have that, and they will be so hard on you if you don't live up to those expectations. But you know
Yeah.
Mhm.
what? That
But you know what?
Yeah.
I've also learned and still to this day, even some family members, their grandmothers and mothers, they kind of cower down and become childlike,
yep,
even
Mm-hmm.
in the
Mm-hmm.
adult age.
yep,
Which
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'm a Scorpio, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, I am naturally aggressive in my talk and how I carry myself. But even with my own mom, I had to have a conversation years ago with my mom, and I had to let her know, Mama, I love you, but right now I'm not your little girl. I'm a woman. And as a
Mhm.
woman, I have to communicate to you as another woman. And I have boundaries now. And you
Yeah,
can't cross my boundary as a grown woman. And how I live my
absolutely.
life is how I'm going to live my life. Don't criticize my choices because I don't criticize yours. And we had, as my mama, we had to set that boundary with one another.
Yeah,
Right.
You know
you
what I'm
have
saying? But
to.
a lot of people
Right.
don't have that yet with their parents.
You
Right.
have to. You have to take that initiative. You have to. Thank you for the confirmation.
Mhm.
You have to stand for something, or you literally will fall for anything. It don't matter who it is. And then the thing is, a lot of people get so like caught up because they see the person for the relationship that they have with them. You have to
Mhm.
look at people individually. You can't
Yeah.
always see this is my mom, this is
Right.
my dad, this is my, because you have to look at them individually. You have to be like, okay, I've made it to a point in my life where I know Mr. School Bus Man, do not hit me. I made it to a point in my life where I know that this is what I need to do. Spirit is leading me this way. This doesn't seem right. You begin to
Hmm.
question stuff when you awaken. You
Oh,
begin to question
yes.
things that you have been taught or you've been conditioned to. And you have to separate that. You have to
Hmm.
be like, you are who you are, and I'm going to love you. But at the end of the day, you are a different individual than I am. You have to respect that about me, just like I
Right.
have to respect that about you. And instead of criticizing, because I will tell my family in a heartbeat, because they're going to always have something to say, honey. I will
Hmm.
tell them in a heartbeat. Instead of criticizing or hating on how I'm doing what I'm doing, how about you ask me how to do it? How
Right.
about you look and ask, how can you get like this? Like, don't get mad at me because you work a 9 to 5 and I don't.
Hmm.
Don't get mad at me because you're not living and you can't take trips and I do. And you're trying to
Right.
figure out how.
Mhm.
Like, don't judge me for that. Ask me how.
Right.
Because you have to train your mindset. And when you are chosen, it's not easy. It's one thing
No.
when you are spiritual. It's one thing when
Right.
you walk and you live this lifestyle. But when you are chosen, when you
Hmm.
are considered the black sheep of the family, when you are considered the different one that just go against all rules or what they
Yep.
what
Hmm.
they have made to be how you should live and how you should operate, it's not easy. But you have to really stand in who you are, even in moments of uncertainty, even when you don't even know the answers.
Right.
You have to stand for what you know to be true, and you really have to use your spirit. You really have to listen. You really have to use your discernment, and you really have to ask for guidance so that spirit can guide you where you need to be. Because y'all, I'm telling you, there's been so many times where they will tell me to do something, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I
Hmm.
don't know how I'm gonna pull this off, but I know I have determination.
Hmm.
I know that if I did this before, I could do this. And each time it's going to be
Mhm.
something bigger. It's
Hmm.
going to be
Mhm.
something bigger each time. Each time they're going to push you a little bit further.
Hmm.
But when you form a relationship with God, with the universe, with your gods, with your ancestors, whoever you choose to listen to, follow, whatever, it is so important to listen, y'all, because I'm telling you, it's like the easiest thing. It's hard, but it's easy. It's hard when you deal with the day to day of other people, but it's
Yeah.
so easy because you see from a whole nother perspective. Like, you are so tapped in and you see the truth past what's just been thrown in your face all your life, and you
Hmm.
just you live free. You're free. You are just free. You're
Chantel,
free.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've experienced, and this is in the last 3 years of my life.
Mhm.
I was, we country girls. We come from, the country, and you're raised, or you go to church a certain type of, you're tradition. We're traditional.
Right.
I would go into the church house one on Sunday one way, and I would leave out of the church the same way I went in. I haven't
Yeah.
learned nothing.
Yep.
It doesn't. It hasn't resonated in my spirit or my soul. I don't get anything out of it. But my God is so good. Let me tell you, it was. I went on my own journey, and it wasn't like I was looking to do it. It was
Yeah.
just God put it in my spirit to. And when I started on my journey, I was like, I can't. This is a family church. I love y'all, but I'm not getting nothing from you. And I
Hmm.
also feel like when you know your pastors outside of church, and you know how that, I think that's a conflict because I know you to be a certain type of way.
Yeah.
So for you to preach and to bring my soul closer to God, I just don't
Yeah.
trust you to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm coming to church every Sunday. I'm not gaining nothing from this. I'm not like it's nothing. And so I had to distance myself from my family church. And I got my mama looking upside my head and everybody looking upside my head, but that's okay. You get
That's
what I'm saying?
okay.
Because this is my soul here.
Yep. You have to
And I
know.
had to move in a totally different direction, and I had to find me a church that speaks to me, that I can actually get some out of it, learn and become a teacher so that I can teach other people. Because
Yeah.
just sitting up in the church house and not that ain't gonna get it, baby.
It's not. It's
It's not
not.
gonna
And
get
then
it.
when you really think about it, especially when you grow up, you
No.
realize that the people that you have looked up to so much in your life are totally different people. When you
Totally
know
different.
better,
Yes.
when you know better, you will grow up thinking that they are so this and they are so that, and you want to be just like them until you actually see them for who they are.
Yeah.
And
And
it,
you're like,
it it's this disheartening.
Yeah.
And
it's
then you
very
wonder why in
disheartening.
2024 a lot of our kids and a lot of these Gen Zs they don't even go to
Yeah.
church
It's
at
very
all.
disheartening. It is. It's a reality. It's a
Hmm.
slap in the face. It
Right,
really is. Because you're like, you the person that's been guiding me this whole
right,
time? You the person that's, I've been listening to this whole time? I've been misled. You have to search. You
yeah.
have to awaken and you have to take that journey and you have to search and you have to ask questions and you have to get down to the bottom of it. Because let me tell you something. One thing about me and two things for certain. When it comes to my team, I'm
Hmm.
going to ask. I'm gonna ask stuff that I don't know. I'm gonna ask stuff
What you
outside of
say,
the box.
baby? Hand up in the class. Pick
Baby,
me.
listen, especially in those moments where you are isolated, they have you in isolation because you are really getting to the core. You're really going
Hmm.
through that shadow work. You're really finding out truths about yourself. You're really, really in that healing stage. Baby, they became my best friend. Like, hey, what y'all doing? Well, listen, come tell me this. Well, come help me with this. Because that's what they want. They want you to ask questions. Don't
Hmm.
ever feel like you are getting on their nerves. Don't ever feel like you are in the way. Don't ever feel like you're doing too much. Like they want you to want to know. Because that's the thing about it. You're here. Earth is a school. It's a school. We go through these experiences. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to elevate. Nobody is meant to stay the same. Nobody is meant to stay stagnant.
And when you elevate, a lot of people don't know. For me, when I started to elevate differently, especially in my spiritual journey, I had to reprogram myself, especially
Yeah,
from
you
my
have to.
childhood.
You
Honey,
have
it
to.
was like,
You
is this
have
what I
to.
was told? Because this is
Yep.
totally wrong.
Yep. You
You know
are
what I mean? Have
shedding
I
that
been in?
old skin. You're shedding that old
Yes.
version of yourself. And you're going to go through so many deaths and rebirths and deaths.
Hmm.
Yes. Unlearn to relearn the truth. I
I
would
would have
tell
never went to
anybody.
I would have never went to therapy and cleared up my traumas. Not only
Mhm.
from my childhood, but just my young adulthood. Had I
Yeah.
not distanced myself from the church, had I not, started on my way as a grown woman, a lot of that stuff like, oh, go talk to your pastor. Well, if my pastor out here doing stuff ten
So
times, if
why?
he's out here sinning worse than I am, I don't need to
So
talk to my
why?
pastor now.
Pastor was just around the corner
Exactly. And
with.
pastor was over on East Fourth at the Jew joint. I don't think he's supposed to be over here this time of night. You hear me? Nah,
Like,
baby, I'm all right on
I just
that.
seen Pastor in the hotel with Sister Shirley just the
Yes,
other
honey,
day.
it's just a lot. We
And
girl,
he
when you get
married to
grown.
Martha.
pastor, and Martha's out of town. So where am I going to talk to pastor for what?
Okay. And I was a night auditor at a hotel, and the things I seen after 2 a.m.,
Let me
girl,
tell you something.
baby,
Let me
the
tell you
things I seen. Do you hear
honey.
me?
When I worked at the hotel,
Ooh.
when I had a job at the hotel, the tips that I would get, because nobody would know that I was there, right? And y'all know, if you
That
know me,
hush
you know
money.
I am a blunt, straightforward person. I am quick to be like, no, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Baby, when they come to check in, and
That
I'm
hush
like,
money.
wait a minute, you going to 214? Wait a minute now, because I just see the girl from down the street go to 214. You sure?
Hmm.
And they like, I didn't know you work here. Hey, how you doing, girl?
Okay, you be like,
Where
and I
you
be like,
from?
hey,
Hey, let me just slide this to you real quick. Okay, then you take care now, all right?
okay.
And
But you
then
know what? That was now. I was in my
He
20s
in the
when I
bowl
was
looking.
working at the hotel. When I tell you,
Door was cracked, so I
when,
thought he
when
was over
you're
here.
not when you're not all the way grown and you start figuring out how men and women what
baby,
their choices are, right?
yes,
Baby,
Right.
I had one married man. I kid y'all not. Every Wednesday, you hear me? Every Wednesday. He would pay $100 and some for a room. I'm gonna tell you, his mistress, she wouldn't come through the front door.
no,
Baby, they get that side. Not knowing
no,
that I'm watching them on the camera. They get the same room every Wednesday. They stay 2 hours. He checks out. I won't see him again until the next Wednesday.
baby, that's it. I was just about to say they won't even stay the full time. They won't
No.
even stay
Mm-mm.
the full
What?
time.
I
They
was
get
like,
the
oh my
same
goodness,
room.
this is serious. Same
I've
room,
seen
girl.
I have
That's like a
seen
kid.
people straight up crippled, right? Crippled now. I'm
Hmm.
talking about crutches. I'm talking about, hey, how you
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
doing?
Mm.
Dragging one leg, right?
Gotta get to it.
Dragging the leg. But let it come time for check-in. They won't even use the elevator, straight stairs. Wait a minute
Baby,
now. Wait a
Gotta get to
minute.
it.
girl.
Wait
I
a
kid y'all
minute.
not. I had one customer. It was a lady. She was messing around with this black dude, right? She kept saying she came in, so it's like after 2, she came in and she's smiling at me. So I'm like, okay, she drunk. You know what's going on? So I'm trying to get her
Uh-huh.
information. She kept saying, just don't put me in 108. And she kept
Girl.
saying it to me. She just kept saying, "Don't put me in 108. Give me any room but 108." And so, I finally said, "Well, what's wrong with 108, ma'am?" She said, "That's where I had my honeymoon at."
Mm-mm.
And so when I looked over and I seen this big old tall chocolate dude coming through, I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this is not the husband."
Can't get the
And
door
Girl.
she
open
kept
and the
looking at me,
waiting
girl. She
room.
was just really smiling. She kept looking at me. She was like, "Yeah." I
Girl.
say, "Okay, honey, here's your key. Now y'all
Them,
be safe,
them
Yeah.
stories, them stories go on for days.
baby."
I had
Mm-mm.
this one dude who would try to talk to me, who would be meeting somebody else, and I didn't even know he was married. I found out he was married when his wife came with him one day, and he called like an hour in advance. He was like, "Oh, yeah, Neek. Hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to run up the 214 real quick because I think I left my watch. And I need it." Because he had just got it for, I guess, a honeymoon, like an anniversary gift or something.
Right.
And he came in, he was like, "Bring it down to the front desk. I got you. I'll cash it. Be like, whatever you need me to do. But I need you to bring it down to the front desk because I got my wife with me." So she comes in, all happy, cute lady. Cute lady. I'm like, Lord. He like, "Oh yeah, this is my wife. Oh, thank you. I must have left it down here with check-in." I'm like, "I guess you must have did. I don't know. It was just here when I got here."
Now I'm gonna give y'all some gotcha. Now this is me putting my business out, but
Gotcha, gotcha.
we got to keep it real on the live. You hear me,
That's two.
I love
baby?
Nikki.
The Now
Mm.
I'm young, but I've never been naive young. And so
That
I had the owner of the hotel would come once a month. Now, as a night auditor, you not only got to look out for the creeps trying to get you to come up to their room because they ain't got no batteries or something,
Right?
but
Right.
you gotta kind of look out for everybody.
You do.
So the owner, it's like I'm running the audit, so it's got to be about 4 a.m. He comes down. Don't you know this man propositioned me right there in front of that front desk?
Oh.
Honey, they
He
don't
wanted me
care.
to be his mistress. He wanted to
Mm.
move me to New York to work in one of his hotels. This man told me, looked me straight in my eyes and told me I could drive any car I want to. He will put me in a condo.
Remember that.
All he want me to do is just be with him.
Baby, they be having some nerve. You hear
And let me
me?
tell you something. But here is now. This is I'm every woman, Miss Independent. How dare you? You hear me? I was like, first of all, the one time that I tell you I don't want it, I don't want to be bothered. Not tonight. My car is gone. My condo is gone. I'm assed out because you done fired me. Now I'm up in New York, assed out. No, sir.
Girl.
Absolutely not. And then you have the nerve to introduce me to your wife after you done
No.
propositioned me to be your
No.
mistress?
No. No.
The
No.
boldness.
Let's wait. Hold up. Let's
Baby,
talk
I
about
said,
that.
ooh.
Let's talk about that outside of work. Let's talk about that anywhere. These people will be talking to you like you the homie. Have a
Listen.
whole person trying to talk to you at the same time, invite you to the cookouts, invite you to the house with the wife, with the girlfriend, with the baby mama, with all that. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just keep it all the way
Baby,
real.
the nerve. And,
Let's
and,
keep
and
it all the way
because
real.
we're women, we're supposed to look, don't say nothing, let it ride, you know. But I don't let stuff ride. Because
Raise
if
your
I
hand.
know you done did something you ain't supposed to do, you're not finna introduce me to your wife.
Huh.
Because when you introduce me to your wife, I'm gonna introduce myself to your wife, and it ain't gonna be no friendly. I'm your employee.
I can't
Mm-mm.
tell
Or
you
are
how
you?
many
Do you
times.
really want to know who your husband really is?
I
Hmm.
can't tell you how many times. I can't tell you how many people to this day can't stand me for telling the truth. You mad at me for telling you that your man is doing XYZ.
Oh, honey, those are the insecure wives.
You
It's like,
mad
Mm.
lady,
at
my
me
job is
for telling
done.
you that
Now I done told you.
your girl ain't your girl. I'm just letting you know.
Huh.
You wouldn't know if I think I told Coco this. I told somebody this one time. I said one of these days I'm gonna put my password to Facebook. I'm gonna open it up. I'm just gonna post it. So
Ah, yeah.
all the wives can go look at my DM and see their
I
husbands.
think we both did
Baby, I said
had a
I'm really
conversation
gonna
like
do
that with
that. I
Coco.
said to myself, you would not believe the number of husbands
We
in
talked
my
about that.
DMs.
We talked
Yep.
about something similar to that, Coco. Really, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't
It
that long
wasn't.
ago we talked
No, it
about something
wasn't.
similar. I was like, listen, here,
Okay, Coach Shawnee, yes.
take the information. Do what you will with it.
Okay.
Here.
Listen.
Baby, if you're married, you might want to go look. Go check.
Hmm.
This password gonna be up for the next 24 hours. Then don't you
Listen.
You got 24 hours to get
To get
all
into
the
it.
information you need to get.
Get into it now. Don't say
Baby, I
it.
got
Ain't never
pastors
did
in
nothing
my
for you.
DMs, married pastors, honey. I've got so many people's husbands and
And
boyfriends and baby
wives too.
daddies and
And wives too. Let's just
That's a, that's a thing. That's
let's
a
put it
thing.
all out there.
I said, you know what? I
That's a
started questioning
thing.
myself. I said, now, Nikki, what about you saying side chick? Because when I
Yes,
look at
it
myself,
is
I
too.
don't see myself as no
No,
side
it
chick.
literally have you looking like the fuck
Right.
am I giving off to make you
Right.
feel like you have
Okay.
the right to come and say
Right.
something like that? Girl, that used to make me so mad.
Ooh.
I used to go off so bad about that. Like, what the who told you? What about me
Listen.
says? I don't even look like you should say hey to me
Thank
majority of
you.
the time.
Girl, if I could high five you, I would. You hear me?
Listen.
I don't give off. I don't give off. Hey, how you doing? I don't.
No. I'm
I
talking
really
about not
don't.
even a little bit, Chantal. Not even a little teensy weensy
No,
bit.
I
Do
don't even
you know
give
they
a
say
wave
resting
at
bitch
me.
face? I literally have a resting bitch face. I have
And I
so
raised
many
my hand.
responsibilities on a day to day until when I'm out and about, my mind is literally on 1,000 other things. So I actually like when men come and approach me, knowing that I have this bug on my face,
Right.
because I know, okay, you're not intimidated. How you doing?
Girl,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
even
can deal
the
with
ones
that.
that
But
approach
nothing about
men,
Nikki J says mistress.
I
Nothing
feel
about Nikki J
like,
says second best.
who asked you? Who told you? And now, because it's funny, now I be like, which one of y'all sent them to come say anything to
Right.
me? Why? Why? Because I'm minding my business. Why?
I'm
Listen.
telling you.
Because one thing, Spirit like to play. They like to play on you. They like to play on your top.
Listen.
They do.
Real
They
bad.
like to purposely do stuff just to see how you react to it.
You know.
And I'm the queen of sarcasm. And then the Lord knows I'm petty. Oh,
Listen,
I'm just
it's a
so petty. I'm
thing.
like, oh my gosh, where's your wife?
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
Mm-mm.
I'm saying, if you're not happy, baby, why don't you look into getting divorced or legally separated or something? You
Listen,
don't be trying to
okay?
cancel them, girl. Do you
Listen,
work in your household, honey, that makes you want to step out?
that right there. That right there.
Oh, it's horrible,
Listen,
isn't
I can
it?
give you the tea, ma'am, so you can really know what the deal is. Your issue is not here, right here in your face with
No,
me.
baby.
I'm not the problem, honey.
No, you did. You
I
dealing with
can
me.
help
You
you
gonna put
figure it
yourself in a
out.
deeper hole.
I can
So,
help you figure it out, sister.
I'm not gonna
baby,
lie to you. I ain't even doing that much.
I know
That's
you're
how
not.
much I don't want to be
I know
bothered.
you.
I ain't even doing that much.
Listen,
I'm
honestly,
counting.
I do that much most times, especially because, nigga, I detective wise, I want if I what?
Because y'all
but
are
I'm
I believe in
Scorpios.
karma. It's this little thing that's called karma. You
That
understand
has
me?
a big impact,
And I'm gonna tell
okay?
you
yeah,
something about karma. You deal with another woman's man knowingly,
knowingly.
knowingly. Don't you ever think that you're gonna have happiness and peace in your relationship once you get into that
Mm-mm.
relationship. You feel what I'm saying to you? So that's why I don't deal with other people's husbands. I don't deal with other people's men
I don't
knowingly.
like dealing with other people, period. Let me
Listen.
just be honest. Okay? Let me
Well,
just put
a
that
lot
out
of
there.
women that's so hurt, has been so hurt, they would rather deal with a man who has a wife so they can send him home. No obligations
Girl,
and no strings. So
either that
it's a
or they
lot of
feel like
women.
or they have knocked themselves down just that much to that's the only type of
Right.
attention that they could get. So
Yeah.
they go for it.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
It's reasons.
You know, I have a
Oh.
family member. Now I ain't gonna call no names. You hear me?
Ah,
Not on the live.
ah, ah.
But
Here we
she
go.
will flat out tell me, she will tell anybody straight up and down, I don't want no relationship. I don't want no man, and I'd rather deal with somebody else's man. Because at the
Girl,
end of the day, I don't want no attachments to me. And at the end of the day, once we finish doing whatever it is that we're doing, I'm gonna need you to go on home.
you're right. You're right, Coach
I don't
Shirley.
need you to try
They
to
like
lay
that
up. I
too.
don't need you to try to cuddle. I don't need you to whisper no sweet nothings in my ear. I need you to really put your clothes on and go on home, baby.
Listen.
Listen,
Now, while I don't agree, it works for her. You hear me?
I don't have time. I don't have. Listen, me and humans, we ain't like this, okay? I don't have time. I
Well, I
don't.
think because of my disposition and the person that I am, I'm very territorial as a
No,
I feel like what's mine
absolutely.
is mine.
Right. That
Until
part.
we get an understanding that it's no longer
That part.
mine, I don't do a lot of sharing. You feel what I'm
I
saying to
I
you?
don't
Yep.
I don't
So for
share none
me
of my
to
people.
even know that you belong to somebody else, first of all, I'm OCD and I'm a little germaphobe on top of all that. So the fact that I know that you're kissing and making love to somebody else
Girl, you
outside
gonna
of
make me
me
see red.
knowingly, you hear me?
Ah.
It's gonna be hard for me to be intimate.
Listen.
Cause me kissing you in your mouth is gonna be a problem. You hear me?
Ah,
Listen.
So yeah, I'm a little difficult when it
Hmm.
comes to that. Because if I feel like you giving what belong to me to anybody else, I'm gonna go on and let you go over there.
No, ma'am, no hamburger. Ain't nobody. No, no,
No,
no, no.
listen,
Girl, you gonna see red and orange so quick. Like it's gonna be in a flash of
man,
light.
Okay, Coach
whole
Shawnee,
explosion.
yes. I just feel like women who are okay, those are the women who don't necessarily know how to be alone. And they want to go by that, oh, it's good to have a piece of man and no man at all
It's
That's crazy.
several
type of deal.
people. It's
Even
several.
though I know he ain't no good,
Hey,
even
that's
though
all we
he
need.
might
Though.
beat
That's
my
all we
ass
need.
or abuse me in some type of way,
It's several.
I get cuddled at the end of the night. I have a man sleeping next to me, and I'm
Let's not
okay with that.
forget. Let's not forget that plays a major part in why they feel like they can walk around here and do what they do, how they do when they do it,
Hmm.
because it's accepted by
Yep,
so many.
Right.
yep,
That is true.
It
yep.
make I did not start all this. I started talking about my transition of today. I
Oh,
was
So
I'm
like,
did this a
sorry, y'all.
baby,
You know,
transition?
I have to vent
I
from time
came
to
up
time.
here to talk about my new
Mm-hmm.
life. I didn't start none of this. He's so messy.
You always be messy.
But
See you
no,
in peace, coach. Shoot.
they really do. They feel like they get it so often and so free and they so easily that they feel like if I can get it from this one, let me try another one. Okay, let
Hmm.
me try another one. And they go up each time. They don't just stay with bums. They go to the ones
Nah,
that
they
appear
trying
to
out.
be that real woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Mm-hmm.
do it. And they see just
Mm-hmm.
how far they can go.
Yep.
Until they come to this alley right here. No. Uh-uh.
We
Don't try
sorry,
me like
soul of a
that.
man 504.
No, we
No, we
not.
not.
We didn't mean to
No, we not.
get
No, we not.
deterred, but
He
We're
need to.
not sorry. This stuff had to come
He need
out.
to come on back up here. All right.
I know. And then who told you to get down anyway? Ain't nobody tell you to get off this
He ain't
live.
tell you
He
to go
forever
nowhere.
popping up and popping down. Y'all, it's a
That's
you
lot.
know,
it.
it's a lot of things. And, you know, we can only speak as Black women, but it's a lot of things us as women we are either scared to be truthful about, or we want to hide the truth because for whatever reasons we want to hide the truth
Oh
of.
my God.
I feel like if whatever life you choose for yourself, that's your life. That's your burden.
You
That's
have
your
to be your
journey.
authentic self no matter who you are.
Exactly.
And until
We've
you
all
do,
made
it's never
mistakes.
gonna be right. Until you do, it's never gonna be right. And I was talking
What?
about this earlier today. It's so easy for people to share the ups, to share the highs.
Right.
The highs are not going to help the next person.
There you go.
Okay, it's going to give them something to look forward to, but understand that my journey is not yours. My path is not yours. It's not going to look the same. It may be something similar, but it's not going to look the same. So you have to share those lows too. You can't be
Yes.
ashamed of the life you live because you lived that life for a reason. You made those choices for a reason. You
Absolutely.
have to share that because you never know when or who around you is going through something similar that you may have went through 5 years ago
Exactly.
that can help them.
Yep.
You have to be authentic and stand in your truth.
Absolutely. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like at this grown age that we are, who's gonna whoop our ass when we do tell the truth?
Who the fuck?
Hello,
Who the
Who
fuck?
getting the whooping? Because we
Listen.
don't tell the truth.
what you gonna do?
Okay.
What you gonna do about it?
But it's also freeing, guys. It's freeing to lay
Yes.
your
It is.
burdens down and to talk about your journey and to be a
Yes.
woman and you stand in your truth. That
You
is the
have
most
to.
freedom I've ever. Because Coco, no, we like I've been knowing Courtney since we was in the 6th grade. That's
Yeah.
how long we have been friends and known each other. And
Right.
she knows I used to be so closed off. I was a
Listen.
loner. I was really just a person that I only felt safe by myself and in my own space.
Listen. I didn't know why I wanted to speak to her because she looked mean as hell. But I just wanted to talk to nigga.
Sound
For
like my
real.
friend.
Like I was real bad, y'all, back in the day. Oh
No,
my
no, she
goodness.
was the one that if you seen her from sight unseen, you would say you beat people ass all day, don't you? But she the smartest motherfucker on the bus. You hear
I
me?
think Coco just got got a thing for people that look mad.
But it was a defense mechanism.
But I really do. I think that's just something with her. I think she has a thing for people who look like they don't play.
It intrigues me so bad.
It intrigues her so bad. Let me tell you, when I met Courtney, I met her on another live, and we would just talk through live. You know, I'm just being me, and she, like, one day she finally inboxed me because I was looking for her, and I'm like, she normally got the tea. Like, where's Coco? And I'm like, where you at? She like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was supposed to be there. She's like, she was so like timid. I'm like, girl, breathe.
Listen, it tickled me with this one because when I see her on the live, this is just typing, this is just in the chat. I say her picture look like she don't really fuck with people, but her chat is cool as fuck. I don't know what to do with this.
She didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to do.
Then her messages me like, oh shit, what's going on? Okay.
But you know what I say? Even if when you meet somebody and when y'all have that instant connection, when your souls are kindred like that, it means something to me.
Yep.
Because I don't click with everybody. I've always had this discernment and energy of people. So I could walk into a room full of strangers and instantly know who's cool and who I need to kind of stay away from. Instantly. And that's always been since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
So when I meet somebody and I click with them right off and we have that chemistry right off, I promise, guys, that means so much to me. Because it's not something that comes around all the time and it doesn't happen all the time.
It's nothing that you take lightly.
Right. Not at all. Not at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, me and Courtney, to be perfectly honest, when we first met as young girls, Courtney had a lot of what I needed, and I had a lot of what she needed.
A whole lot of what I
needed. That's how it works.
Courtney needed a lot of roughness, a lot of I ain't finna take no shit, don't play with me because I'm not that type of person attitude. And I needed to be softer.
Listen,
compassionate and empathetic.
I feel like that's just real talk. I feel like
not over the years
go around looking for people to soften up.
I'm telling you, but over the years, we was able to teach and learn from each other.
Yes,
what we needed. And baby, I think I made her a little too hard because, baby, she got bucked with me one day. I said, all right now. Okay, what we doing?
If you made her too hard, I don't know what I done did over here.
I was told, you better get your ass somewhere and sit the fuck down. Okay?
Sometimes I could be talking to Coco and I'm like, Lord.
Baby, she'll get bucked. It makes you want to look over your glasses like, all right now.
I created a monster because she was saying something. She will say something that sounds just like identical to me, or something that she have heard me say, but she said it with so much and sometimes I'm like, yes.
Okay, and girl, let's put a cuss word on it or two.
Girl, don't let her put a cuss word on it.
What's happening here?
She put a cuss word on it. You be like, you don't know whether to be excited because she is here now, or you want to be concerned. You're like, who did?
Baby, she cussed me out so bad. One time, my throat got dry. I didn't know what to say.
Nikki, because you know, not only were you dealing with somebody that you have known most of your life, not only the fact that you know them, they know you, so we know the bullshit, we hear the bullshit, and then not only we both Scorpio, so we really know each other bullshit. Yeah. So it got to the point like, no, this is Scorpion shit. No, shut the fuck up. We're not doing this shit. Wait a minute, hold on.
But you know it's serious, girl, when you can't swallow. Oh my God, oh my goodness, what's happening?
You so damn extra.
You don't know sometimes. Sometimes you be like, sometimes I'm like, yes, Courtney, I'm here for it. Then other times I be like, well, what did they do? I don't know. Wait a minute.
If you would have known the 12-year-old.
Wait a minute.
if
ready to
you would
blow
have
up.
known the 12-year-old Courtney.
Y'all, it's tweaking again. Hold on, let me get everybody back. It's tweaking. Y'all, it's tweaking again. Hold on, let me get everybody back. It's tweaking again.
I'm just talking.
I don't know. I was like, y'all, it's tweaking again. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Get everybody back. There we go. Hi,
GG.
Gigi. I'm not gonna keep doing this with you. I'm
Get
not
up.
gonna keep doing this with you.
Get on up here.
Gianisha Tanisha. We gonna be sisters or we not. Because every time I end up catching you in one of my lives, I'm so excited to begin with. I'm like, Gigi! And then I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, because why have I not heard from you yet? Ma'am, excuse me.
Welcome to the new.
Welcome to the new. Like I said, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go into full effect until like maybe tomorrow.
Right. Shit. Listen.
So the
Who
way
knows?
today took me out, y'all. Girl, today knocked me off my feet. You hear me? I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. I don't know.
So much happening.
I don't know.
Hooey.
Hey,
Come on, 2.0.
girl, I don't even know if it's 2.0. I don't know what level I was on.
Wouldn't. Listen.
Now, what's these little blue circles up here in this left hand corner?
Those are gifts. Those people gave you some gifts.
All right, y'all. I got 17. Appreciate the gifts, y'all.
I love Nikki. I love me some Nikki.
Drugs.
Okay, Jasmine.
It's never a dull moment with Nikki. You hear me?
Never, not never.
Not never.
When we get to meet up, when me and Nikki get to meet up in person, we're gonna go through every single emotion before we leave.
Oh my goodness, y'all don't even know. We need to really. They need to see us. They need to get some of this healing. We need to be on live because it's gonna be healing for somebody.
We healing right now. We go keep doing it.
We need to be on tour. That's what we need to
Okay.
be.
Yes.
That's what we need to be. And I think that's that thing, Coco. I think that's that thing that I thought about a long time ago. I mean, like my very beginning that made me coming back up. Because that was something that I tried to put together a while back. Some years back. So that might be something coming soon.
Okay, then. All right, then.
I don't know. Don't hold me to nothing right now because I don't even know.
Child, listen.
What time is it? 8:37. My 8:40 might look like something totally different.
For sure.
You know, guys, I'm a writer, and I've gotten. Well, Courtney know this. I got all kind of screenplays and books I've started and haven't completed, and outlines of books and stuff like that. But when I was going through my cancer journey, God put it on me to write a monologue. And when I tell you, when he gave me that, I can't even describe what it was. It resonated in my spirit. I wrote that thing in 1 hour.
That epiphany, that's what that was.
And when I tell you, I still have it to this day. And I wanted to get some of my closest friends who's actually been through some things to write their own personal monologue and to just go on tour with it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you've gone through some things, I know from personal experience, when I talk to my little cousins, trying to give them wisdom, trying to, kind of map out a path for them so they don't have to kind of do the wrongs that we've done previously.
Right.
it is helpful to them.
Right.
Right.
Because like a lot of young girls who's 19, 20, 21, they don't go to their mothers for
Right.
advice. They
They
get it from
can't.
their homegirls, and their homegirls is the same age as them, so they're
Right.
not getting it the right way.
Right.
And I think that we can do a lot of good, um, just
By
being
being
open and honest to the world
Absolutely.
and
because
being
what
able to kind of help them along.
right, because what people fail to realize is when you do that, when you really open yourself up, when you are, truly operating in that vessel, you too are a guide.
Hmm.
You
Yep.
too are here to guide those who yeah, she has always came to me all of her life for advice. But you too are a guide. You're here to guide them just as we are being guided.
That is
Because
true.
when you know better, you
Absolutely.
do better. And that is the whole purpose. That's how, if there's gonna be any type of change in the world for the greater good, it's gonna have
Hmm.
to start with that, with you.
Let me tell
And you
you
know what
something.
else, y'all?
Hold on.
You know,
God told me when my niece turned 16 that I was no longer allowed to. This is when I was in my early 20s, when I was mid 20s, starting to learn like the what the fuck that I taught, because this ain't it.
hmm
And God told me, okay, so from this point on, you give her the real. Don't you give her the shit that they gave you. You give her the truth.
Yeah,
right.
because you would be
You
doing a
give her the truth.
disservice if you don't.
Exactly.
If I know all that I know and somebody come and say, how do I get out of this? And I'm like, oh, you just ride it out. Oh, you just listen to whatever they tell you. Don't you
Hmm.
know the backlash is gonna come on me
Come on, for real though. For real.
for
And
misleading?
you know what else the most important thing as women who know and we've gotten the knowledge and we've learned certain things. Take me. When I started writing and I started kind of my outlet was writing and stuff like that, I didn't know how to put that into a book. I didn't know how to, like, you don't know where to start. You don't
Yeah.
have a starting place. And
Yep.
especially when you come from the hood, especially when all the odds are up against you just because of your environment. I think our young girls need to know it doesn't matter where you come from. There's always a resource.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's always someone or something that you can reach out to help whatever talent you have along.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
And that's something that I did not have because I
Right.
didn't know nobody and I didn't know nobody who knew nobody.
Yeah.
Right.
It gives your current situation is not your final destination. So wherever
Right.
you come from, that wherever you start, that's not where you're going to finish.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just pity all of our young black girls out there who don't have an out or who
Right.
feel like they don't have an out
Right.
because
Yeah.
it's hell. Trust me. My dad was an alcoholic. My dad's mother was an alcoholic, and to go on the weekends to chaos, confusion, just a whole bunch of stuff, right? As a little
Mm-hmm.
girl, to have to see and hear, and then have to come back to the north side and go to school with a lot of preppy white kids, because that was the truth. My worlds
Mm.
clashed a lot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And to be in that environment where it's just desperate and it's despair and you just feel hopeless and it's just it's a lot on a kid. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then
Right.
have to go back around, well to do and rich people, and you don't have because your mom can't afford it, right? So you're already feeling less than.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
to help kids navigate through that.
And also adults, because when you think about it, like the part of your story that you just shared, the craziest thing to hear as an adult who's been through something is to forgive those who did it to you. Is to go
Yeah.
back and forgive your parents, to go back and forgive those who were your guardians at the time.
Yeah.
Reason being, when you really heal, when you are really in this healing journey, you have to face some hard truths. And
Yep.
it's not giving them an out. It's not saying that what they did was okay. It's not saying that how you were treated was okay. But it's saying that they learned that from someone too. You
Yep.
know better when you do
There you
better.
go.
So
There you
Yeah.
go.
if they don't know any better, the marathon continues, and you have to say it stops with me. And
Yep.
with
Mm-hmm.
that, you
True.
have to face those truths. You can't just say it stops with me and then you don't heal that past. You got to heal the past before you can go into the future. You
Come on.
really have to go back and say, I forgive you for this.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how they take it, because you know, sometimes people, especially when they are up in age, they are already set in their ways. They already feel like you owe them. They already feel like, you know, they did this and they did that and they made you who you are, which to a certain extent it played a role. But you're not forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for you so that you can heal, so that you can really be the best
There you
you.
go.
And then, you know, pass it on generation to generation. It's hard for people to grasp that.
Yeah.
People operate in their egos so much and they
Mm-hmm.
operate in hurt so much because that pain, it doesn't go away. If you don't deal with those problems,
Yeah.
you're only suppressing it. And
Yeah.
sometimes you suppress things so much for so many years till you forget about it, or you just give it a pass and you're just like, oh, this person was just like that, or this just happened to me because I deserved it. No, you didn't deserve it. It made you a part of who you are, but you didn't deserve it. But you have to go back and you have to face those things in order to truly become who you are meant to be.
I'm
You
gonna tell
have
you
to
what my
see it.
therapist told me straight
Okay.
up, because my mom, I mean my dad's mom, my granny, me and my sister literally are night and day. I look like my mom. My sister is dark like our dad. So because my sister is dark like our dad, my grandmother, my dad's mom, treated us totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the absolute worst. She was the meanest woman, pistol toting, just alcoholic. She was the worst. And when I started healing my traumas, my therapist says, have you ever considered what her upbringing was like? Have you
Yep.
ever considered what she had to go through?
Yeah.
And I swear to you, just that one line changed my whole outlook of this woman,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I have
Mm.
never considered what has happened in her life to
Yeah.
make her the woman that she showed up to be to me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to. You really have to
Yep.
look at that because sometimes, I mean, people are their environment. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And if they didn't have, especially people of color, they didn't believe in therapy. They didn't believe in trauma. They didn't believe in, seeking counsel. They just felt
Mhm.
like this was the life. We were meant to have hard times. We were meant to live like this. You were meant to be raised like this because that's what they were taught.
Right.
So
True.
even to this day, when you mention healing to them, they frown. When you
Hmm.
mention therapy to them, it's like, I'm not telling nobody all my business. They automatically are on defense mode.
Oh,
And
that was number one in the black household. What
yeah,
happens in this house stays in this
it
house.
stays in this house, and
Hmm.
everything is, so many things are swept under the rug, and it's up to you. Like
Hmm.
they don't have to if they choose not to, because everybody have free will. But it's up
Mm-hmm.
to you to stand in that truth. It's up to
True.
you. If you're really gonna break these generational curses and traumas
Hmm.
and really heal yourself, you really have to look at things from
Mm-hmm.
a broad perspective. You cannot just operate in ego. You can't just operate in emotions. You have to literally break free of all of those things.
And the
Um,
only thing they did know back then was self-medicate, alcohol, drugs, because
well,
they didn't want to feel their feelings.
because
Right.
that's where they grew up to.
Hmm.
That's what they
Right.
True.
witnessed. That's how they seen others cope.
True.
Yeah.
And the marathon continues
Right.
again until we stand and do what we need to do. And
Hmm.
you have to think about it. I'm doing it for my family, but I'm doing it for those coming after me.
Yep.
Hmm.
I can't necessarily heal everything that happened before me. I can do my best, but
Yeah.
it stops with me, and a
Yeah.
new beginning starts with me.
I'm gonna tell you
We are
guys.
here to be better than those that were, came before us.
Right.
My
Exactly.
doctor is white, and I was going in because I battle with anxiety. So I was going in because I was having a lot of depression and anxiety. This was like sometime last year. My doctor, she said to me straight up and down to my face. She says, "Nikki, do you not know?" And she was serious. She said, "Do you not know you don't have to look out for your parents?"
Yep.
She said, "Do you not know that you can choose to?"
Mhm.
She said, "Because your parents have lived." She
Mhm.
was like, "Look at you. Look at the space you're in now, trying to take care of them."
Yes,
She was
ma'am.
like, You have a choice." And I'm looking at this woman like, do I? Because I never knew I had no choice.
Yep.
Because it's my mama.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
when I tell you having to financially be there, and first of all, to take care of your own household financially, and then have to cross over and take care of another financial household financially, that's a lot on one person, number
It
one.
is.
And number two, as a black woman, it never dawned on me that I had a choice in it.
Because it never was presented to you as if you
Right.
had a
And when
choice.
she
Right.
came to me, she said, "Let me tell you something. If it ever comes a point to where my mom and my dad have to go into a nursing home," she said, "then that's the conversation I'm going to have with my siblings. I work, my lifestyle does not include taking care of my elderly parents." And I had to look at that from another standpoint for my own life,
Hmm.
because she's right. I've been placed, this burden has been placed on me by
Yep.
somebody else.
Yep.
And then I feel like I'm obligated to do it because you're my parents.
Yep.
But
Especially
I
when
have a
you,
choice.
Yep.
And
especially
a
when
lot of
you,
us as black women, we don't know that we have a choice.
right. Especially when you are a get her done type of person.
Right.
When you are the one that they are going to run to and flock to for everything.
Right.
You feel like you automatically take on that responsibility. And a bunch of people that I talk to and I tell a lot of time, majority of the time, it's like, listen, live your life. Live
Right.
your life. You're not
Without
tied down.
guilt. Without guilt.
Without guilt. You're not tied
Yeah.
down. Nobody is making you stay.
Right.
You, like the way that we all grew up may have been different, but there's a lot of similarity to it. And that is one thing. And I'm glad that you brought that up, Nikki, because people don't feel like they have a choice. They do feel like they have to, okay, you did for me, now I got to take care of you.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you
That was
lose
me.
yourself. You
Hmm.
lose yourself. I remember moments where people would say, what do you like to do? What makes you happy? And I'm like, I don't know. Hmm,
Hmm.
playing with my kids, doing what they like to do, or doing what this person likes. I don't know. What do you want to be? What are your passions? What are your aspirations? You get so wrapped up in life,
Hmm.
in other people's life, to you
Absolutely.
literally give yours away. You are
Yeah.
giving yourself
Yeah.
away bit by bit, day by day, because you have a heart of gold and you
Hmm.
feel like I gotta do it. If I don't do it, nobody else will. Well,
Right.
guess what? If you
Right.
don't do it, you'll never know. If you never take that you
Right.
never make that decision to say no, I'm standing for me. Enough is enough. I
Hmm.
gotta focus on me. I gotta heal me. I gotta do what's best for me and mine.
Hmm. And if
You will never
anybody is
know.
listening, know this. When you put that boundary up and you stop doing it, trust me, whatever that circumstance is, whatever the urgency is that they was putting that weight on you, watch it get taken care of
It will be taken
without your
care of.
help.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Know that.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
It
Yep.
is
Yep.
okay to be an adult and set a boundary and a standard with your parents. Do not let your parents hinder, like Chantel said, don't let your parents stop you from living your life, from
Don't.
traveling, from going. For if you get a free check, because Lord knows I'll be looking for them 3 checks a month. You hear me? And then you get that third check and you want to go to Neiman Marcus and blow that whole check on you. Don't never let nobody make you
Yeah.
feel guilty
You
about
better
spending your
talk.
own money that you
Better
work for
say it.
on yourself.
Better
Now
You
say
better
y'all
it.
listen
talk
to me
today.
here.
You better say it.
You
You're
better talk
absolutely right.
today.
You are absolutely right. No,
Yes, honey.
people are, once you set boundaries, you are going to be, it's just like this. Everybody will love you as long as you're doing what they want you to do.
Yes.
Exactly.
Everybody will love the ground. They will cherish the ground that you walk on as long as you are doing what you need, what they need you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you end up being so wrapped up taking care of this person and that person, and you are always the giver, watch who is there to give to you when you hit a
Okay,
low.
yes. Yes.
Yep.
Watch who
Yep.
comes to your rescue when
Yep.
you hit a low, when you need to be saved.
And that's the
Yep.
disappointing because
That
nine
is,
chances out of 10, nobody is coming to your
nobody is
rescue.
coming.
Nope.
Nobody is
Nobody.
coming.
And because it's family, for me, it's hurtful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you ever want to see me cry out of hurt and pain, it's my family's disregard for me
Yep.
and what I got going on and the things that I have to get taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time you have a tragedy, you come to me to fix it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to me.
Nope.
But again, it took me years to get to that point.
Yeah.
So if
And it's
anybody's out there that's dealing with it, know that it is okay to set that boundary for yourself
okay
and
to
let
say
Mm-hmm.
no.
anybody know I'm gonna help you this one time, but next
Right.
time don't call me.
It's okay to say no. It don't
And
matter
Yeah.
who it
there
is.
you go. And it is
That's
okay to
the
say
thing.
no
That's the
because
thing
can't
with
nobody
men.
get mad about your money. I had to
Oh
learn that
Your
yeah.
too.
life or
Or your
your
life.
There you
lifestyle.
That's what it
go. There you
is.
Or
go.
your lifestyle. But that is
Can't
the
nobody
thing
get mad
again.
at the things that you require in order to maintain your peace and your sanity and your connection with
Yes.
God. Can't
And
nobody get they can do what they want to.
don't allow them to guilt you by saying, "Oh, I wanted peace, but I did this." Or
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to
Exactly.
sleep
Come
in, but
on.
I did that. And I will tell you quick, who told you to do it?
Huh.
Who made that choice?
Huh.
You did. It all starts with choice. But that's another thing. It all goes back to, we have to separate these people from the relationship that we
Yep.
see with them.
That.
Oh,
When
and baby,
you,
but
if,
don't let my mama tell me that I'm petty because I was like, you had me. I didn't ask to be here.
oh, see, that's the
That
thing.
was a choice that you made, so you
You
obligated to me.
have
I'm
to.
your child,
You have to.
you know.
Yep.
And she'll back right on up off of it, cause see, it could get deep.
You you have to. And you like, I don't have to, you don't have to be disrespectful about it, but you mean what you say. You
I
say what you
mean, what I
mean. You
say
do what you
exactly,
say.
exactly,
Because if not, people are going to walk all over you and you
because
will
that's
forever be their
manipulation.
puppet.
That is
Jasmine.
manipulation, people.
It's
And even if
Thanos
there is
season.
your parents, and we love our parents,
Gaslighting at
but
its
don't you,
finest.
yeah, don't do
It's
not let anybody
finest.
manipulate you or guilt you into doing something.
Okay, a lifetime supply of gaslighting, and then
Man.
you end up being just how they are.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yep.
you don't stop, if you
Yep.
don't get out of that, if you
Yep.
don't learn how to say no, if you don't
Hmm.
learn how to stand on your boundaries and stand on what
Mm-hmm.
you say, you end up being just how they are.
Yep.
And you have people who are literally out here, if be your own, who will hate
I've left
on you.
perfect relationships with my mom because I done had an argument with an ex because I said, when my now this is me, the misguided woman at that time. I said, when my mother get older, she's coming to live with us. I said, don't you know that? He tells me, babe, I really don't see, our parents staying with us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna be doing a lot of traveling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get upset, and I said, well, I don't know how you feel about your mama, but when my mama can't take care of herself, she gonna be in this back room in here.
Right. Right.
And we got into I'm talking about a huge fight. We ended up breaking up.
Yeah.
I've governed my life and my relationships for my mother in preparation for her getting older.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about that's how deep it was with me.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that whoever I'm with knows you got to make room for my mama if the time comes.
Yeah.
But I no longer do that because I'm never going to be happy in the space that I'm with, and I surely can't compromise with my loved one when he's saying that's not really what I want to do. Because in my mind, it's like, okay, well, we done.
Yeah, it's like, well, okay, it's a wrap. Well,
Right.
nice knowing you. But you know what? When you grow and when you are dealing with somebody who is like-minded and you can have those conversations, then
Thank you guys.
you can
35,
come to
39. Thank
a
you. Sorry.
compromise. You can
Mm-hmm.
come to a compromise where you don't have to just be like, oh well, then it's you or them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right,
And
right.
even though you may say, okay, that's not happening anymore, and something may change where you may need that to happen, you will be with
Mm-hmm.
somebody who would understand that.
Right.
Right.
So nobody is being overlooked or, not heard, because a lot of times people listen to respond. They don't listen to understand. They
Yeah.
don't
Oh, honey, that
listen
was
to,
me.
they don't listen to get an understanding. And that's how so many things are blown out of proportion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is true. I'm telling you, like I've had
Listen to
so
them.
many transformations and so many just going from one elevated level to the next in my journey of being a woman.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it wasn't easy, and some of them lessons was hard as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But
Listen.
I'm thankful that I have them.
Yep.
I'm thankful that I'm not the same woman I was at 21. I'm
Amen.
thankful I'm not the same woman that I was at 31.
Amen.
I never want to be an old fool, and I've always said that.
Amen.
Always.
They
That's
out
something we've
here, baby.
always
It's
said.
women 60, 70 years old. They ain't changed. They don't want to change. They ain't trying to hear nothing about no change. Hell, they don't
Who
even say
you
the word
come out with
change.
some change?
Okay?
Hey, change the name if you want to.
I don't never want to be that person. Lord, please don't make me
Right.
that person. I
And this
want to
is
be
what
better.
happens though. And that's why we go through the way we go through. So that we can take the opportunity to learn these things so we can share them with
Yeah.
those coming.
I'm telling you, once you awaken and you start doing the work and you are in the process of growth and elevation, you're going to go through so many deaths and rebirths.
Yes.
But
Yes.
the fact that you're doing it automatically tells you that you will never be those people, because you're
Exactly.
already taking steps that they didn't even want to take. You already know what not to do.
Hmm.
You've already hit these bumps and stumps and shit, knocked out. Honestly, here and now, because
Right.
these journeys, they ain't for the weak. You're gonna go
What
Nope.
you
through some
say?
hard times.
What you
You're going to
say?
go through some hard times, but it's going to make you who you need to be, so you don't have to end up being like that.
Baby, if
Right.
you're fragile, don't fuck with it because you going to crumble all over the place. You hear me?
Listen,
You better drink
you
some
Uh,
might as
milk.
well go ahead and break every bone in your body
might
Baby,
as
they ain't
well.
for the weak. Do you hear
several
me?
times.
Hmm. Hmm.
Go on somewhere, get you some strength.
Listen.
You better go on to get you some strength, honey.
Let
We
me
need to
get
gather the
some
strength.
cups of strength because I'm going to need it.
And I'm gonna
Gather
tell
the
I'm gonna tell you guys another thing that is okay to do. I used to hold stuff in until I explode.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whenever my spirit and my soul say cry, I
talk
cry.
about it.
Let
Talk
me tell you
about it.
something. It is okay. I cry, baby. It was one time. I'm gonna tell. I kid y'all not. I have never been late on my rent ever. And I don't know what was going on with me at this time, but I was one day late, girl. I was driving in the car. I'm talking about listening to radio, just gyrating. You hear me having a good old time. And something in my mind said, "Girl, you ain't paid your rent. Had the rent money. It's in the account, just sitting there. I just hadn't paid it." And when I tell you, it hit me, and it was something as simple as pull over, pay, hit submit, and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
I broke down
Mm-hmm.
because I've always been responsible,
Yep. That's
always,
what
and
that is.
my whole life. I pay
Mm-hmm.
my bills, I pay them on time, and I pay them in full. And if I'm broke at the end of it, I'm gonna go home and lay down. You hear me? Because that's just
That.
me. So for
That.
me to be one day late on my rent, when I tell you I was at the stop sign, baby, I was boo hooing. I done broke. I'm talking about snotty nose. You hear me? Just done broke all the way down. I
But you
get
know what,
home.
Nikki? At that point, that was the point for you to break that habit of having to be perfect. That's what
Yes.
that was.
Come on, somebody.
Of
Yeah.
having to be
Come
perfect,
on,
of having to
somebody.
have it all together. And I will
Hmm.
tell anybody any day, it's okay to not be okay. It
Woo!
is
Yeah.
okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
The fact that I had that pressure on myself
Yep.
for all
Yep.
those years,
Yep.
I started looking at that. I was like, girl, you crazy.
Mhm.
It's insane for somebody to do that to themselves.
Mhm.
Listen.
But where that come from? Who
Yep.
Right.
told me I have to be perfect and
Where did it
together
come from?
all the time?
That's a
Yeah.
shadow work moment right there.
That.
Baby.
That's what
That.
that is.
Now, if I'm one day late, okay, well, let's get it for the third. Here,
Yeah. Come on,
I'm not
growth.
finna be stressed out about that,
Come on, growth.
You can't be stressed out about
baby.
anything
Oh
because
my
the
goodness.
thing about it is, at the end of the day, this is all like a big ass illusion, okay? At the end of the day, yes, we have responsibilities. Yes, we have
Mhm.
things that we have to do, and that don't mean just go out here and play around. But it's not what it seems, and that's how I started this live. I said things are not as they seem. The pressures that we have put up on ourselves, I mean, we
Mhm.
didn't technically do it purposely, we didn't do it intentionally.
Right.
That comes from what we were taught. That comes from other people's expectations of who
Right.
they feel that we
Say
should
it.
grow up to be.
Right.
Other people's expectations.
And you're gonna have to know that you are not gonna always be perfect. You're not gonna always have it right. You're not gonna always get it right. Let me tell you something. I can testify to this myself. I've seen highs and I've seen lows.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen having somewhere to stay and I've seen not. I've seen knowing where my next meal is coming from and I've seen wondering where it was coming from. Okay?
Okay.
One
Okay.
thing that I've always prided myself on is being a mother. Because one thing for sure and two is for certain, Mason and Roman has never went without. But that doesn't negate the fact that we don't have trials, that we don't have hard times, that we don't have times where we're going to be high and we're going to be low. That's just the
Say
way
it.
of life.
Say
And
Mm-hmm.
it.
just because it doesn't look the same way to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that we pass by does not
Mm-hmm.
mean that we are failing. It does not mean that we are not doing our
Mm.
best. It
Right.
does not mean that that is the moment to beat yourself up. That is the
Mm-hmm.
moment to learn. That is the moment to search self, to search spirit, to ask for guidance, to lean not
Come
into your
on
own
now.
understanding,
Come on
and
now.
know that tomorrow will be a better and brighter day.
What you say?
Mm.
And don't ever forget to give your own self grace.
Got to.
Have to.
Got to. That's a
Have to.
necessity. That's not even an option. Got to.
Celebrate the smallest moments, even if it's just you not feeling like doing anything and you got out the bed. Celebrate
Right.
that.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Because I'm telling you, it's
Celebrate.
something about the weight of the world on your shoulders that just don't sit right. It don't sit right with
Come
me and it
on.
don't feel right for nobody.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Not at all. It's a
Mm.
miserable space.
Mm-hmm.
It is a miserable space to be in, baby. Speaking from experience.
Yep.
Mm.
And not only are you buttoned up all the way to the top button, but you have this misconception and this you look like this to everybody. So everybody is expecting you to always be buttoned up to the top,
Yep.
always have it together,
Yep.
Yep.
always be on point every single
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about when I tell you you're not living your life, that's not living.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
I don't want to be perfect. I don't want nobody to look at me perfect.
And I
Come
don't want
on.
everybody to accept me.
No, don't put
You
me on
hear
no
me?
pedestal at
Mm-mm.
all.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Say
No,
that.
absolutely not. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I sin every now and again. Lord, keep working with me on that. And you know, don't put. I'm not perfect now. Please
Yes.
don't
Not
put me back in
perfect.
that box. I'm out the box. I don't never want to go back in it. Ever.
And
Okay.
see, that's another thing. That's where it comes into play of getting to know someone before you judge them.
Yeah.
Even if you're judging them on being perfect, because it's been several times in my life, several, where somebody is like, I don't even want to deal or be around her. It's intimidating because of her perfections. It's not that I'm perfect.
Mm.
It's just what you consider to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
those are not the times for you to judge someone. Those are the times for you to hold on to that opportunity if you have it and
Yeah.
learn from it. And it's not about having a high status or a high IQ or the best paying jobs. It's about knowing self. And if you take the time
Mm.
to get to know somebody
Mm-hmm.
and you take the time to listen to what they've been through, and especially if they are trying to extend a helping hand to help you reach that level, take that opportunity. But you have to take the time. You can't run from everything. You can't run from something that makes you uncomfortable.
Oh,
Yep.
baby,
Life
no.
is meant to be uncomfortable. You're
You
Yep.
not
hindering
meant to
yourself
be.
if you do that.
Yes,
You're
you
Yeah.
hindering.
will. But
Yeah.
you would be surprised how many people operate like that.
Oh
They
yeah.
see something and it's intimidating to them, and they automatically just block it out. They automatically like, no, I'm good. Comfort
They feel
zones.
like that's how it's comfort.
Sherry Shepherd tweeted me when I was going through some anxiety back in 2013 when I was first diagnosed. And she said, whatever is making you scared, she said, do it scared.
Yep.
He said, do not
Mm.
let your anxiety take a hold of you. So
Yep.
if anybody's out there listening, stop running from the fire. Put your faith and your trust in God and you walk through it.
Let that fear drive you.
Don't turn around, don't walk away, don't give up. I tell my sister this all the time. You keep trying to walk around the fire instead of walking through it. You gotta
And
get over it. You gotta get through it first.
that's
Through.
the thing. The only way through, I mean, the only way to it is through it.
That's
Yep.
right.
And people fail to realize that when you avoid it and you constantly turn and run from it, you're
Hmm.
only going to run right back into
There you
it each
go.
and
Say it
every
again.
time. You
Yep.
cannot grow like that. And then you wonder why your life is stagnant. You wonder why
Hmm.
everything is the same. You wonder why you can't get no momentum going. You don't have no
Right.
motion because you are running from the main thing that you need to face.
True. True.
And just
Yep.
imagine when you're running from this and you're running from that and you're running from this and you're running from that, that builds up.
Hmm.
How you
Oh,
gonna get somewhere?
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
You
And I'm
will
gonna tell
never
you
get
something
anywhere.
else. There is a level of freedom in surrendering.
Man.
Hello.
There is a level. Sometimes, let me tell you something. I have been low. I'm talking about I'm at the baseboard. That's how low I've been in life. You
Girl,
know what I'm
under the
saying? But
baseboard,
I'm just
okay?
depleted.
Mm.
And sometimes you got to put your face to the flow.
Mm.
You understand me? And you
Scratched
have
up
to
and all.
surrender every part of yourself in that moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like you said, when you pray to God or who you pray to, you say, I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I need
I
Mm.
you
need
right now. I
help.
need your help
I
now.
need your
Yes.
guidance.
I
And you
don't
have
know
to be
what to do.
willing. You have to be willing. You have to be
You
willing.
have to be willing,
You
honey.
have to be willing. You cannot
Yeah.
ask for deliverance and you begin to get it and then you turn away from it. That's your quickest F up,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
You have to be willing. The biggest thing is choice. It all starts with choice. You have to make that choice. You have free will. But you definitely have to be willing. Do not waste these people's time because it's not gonna be good for you. You hear
Hmm.
me?
That's just like somebody sitting in therapy for 10 years and they may now change their life.
Not a one.
Baby, what is you doing?
They even hold the
Who's
pen the
paying
same
for
when they
this?
sign in. They even sign in on the same line every
Listen.
day for
Okay.
them 10 years.
Because
Hmm.
I can't be the therapist. Look, we're not getting nowhere. Now I'm going to need you to go
Listen.
home. And then when you get ready, you come on back, girl.
Hmm.
Because we're not going to do this now.
Hmm.
Shit, we stuck in the same. We ain't moved down not 1 inch in
Baby, I
10
feel
years.
like
Every time you come in here, you bring
me
up the
helping
same
you
damn
is taking
thing.
me back. I don't even feel like I can grow if I'm still helping you 10 years later with the same
Baby, yeah, I've been
situation.
done told that. Look,
Listen.
you got me making an appointment to my own damn counselor.
Hmm.
Coming in here with this mess every damn week.
You paying
Hmm.
me and I'm taking what you pay me to pay my own
Yeah.
counselor.
Do
Because
you
Baby,
it's
hear
take
me?
this
something,
medicine and get yourself
it's something
together.
that I'm doing wrong.
What you say? Ooh. Look, baby.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Oh my
And this
God.
is why I love it over here.
Oh my goodness. But
Ain't
Honey, I'm
nobody
just
got
being
my
real
whole
with
time.
you.
purpose.
Sometimes you just got to give it to a raw with uncut. You hear me?
Ain't
Girl,
nobody
you
got
have
time.
to. It's no
Ooh,
point. We're not in a time to sugarcoat. Okay,
no,
we're
no.
not
Mm-mm.
in the time to tiptoe, and that was my whole purpose. We are in a pivotal shift, a huge shift, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's make or break. It's make or break, and I just want people. My whole purpose of coming on this line, the live, like the main thing that I wanted to tell people was to hold on and don't allow your current situation to determine your final destination. Like just
Mm-hmm.
hold on, don't quit. Too many people they quit too soon, and
True,
I
Yeah.
posted about this.
true.
They work and they pray and they hold on and they're resilient and then they just give up. And sometimes you give up right before that breakthrough happens.
Yeah. Faith
And
without works is dead, baby.
your strength
So
is
come
being
on.
tested like no other. You have to learn how to discern more now than anything, and you have to really stand in what you've been taught.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Mm-hmm.
to really know what you are asking for in these moments because it's harvest season, baby. It's time to reap what you have sown.
It's time to put everything that you have learned into full action. Period.
Because your today and your tomorrow could look totally different.
And don't forget
Yeah.
to sow those seeds. If there's an investment and you got a little bit of extra money, go on and sow that seed. If you got a
Please.
talent, and I'm speaking to Nikki on this, well, you got a talent, put a little bit of money into that talent. Because
That.
God is looking for
Yes,
you to just
Invest
give
in
me a
invest
one
yourself.
in
inch
yourself.
so he can take
Invest
you
Yes.
in
to where you need to
yourself.
be. You hear me? And that's for Nikki.
Yes, yes. Invest
You
in
know what I'm
yourself.
saying? With my writing,
Absolutely.
it's like if I'm going through something, I'm not inspired. I don't want to. I don't have a desire to, and it's just wasted talent. God has given me the anybody can write a hour monologue. I mean, a monologue in an hour. You know that's some talent.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
And trust me, it's God's gift because ain't nobody never taught me how to do it.
Right.
Right.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So I have to do a better job into putting sowing seeds into my talent to get me to where God has called me to be.
Yes. And don't
Yep.
sleep on your gifts, no matter what that
Absolutely.
gift may be, because your gift may not look like the next person's gift.
Right.
You better believe that your gift makes you unique. It does
Right.
not make you bored. It does not make you, you know, it does not
Whatever.
give you that black and white. Your gift or gifts, do not sleep on them. Do not
Right.
be like, oh, well, that's just something I do from time to time. Oh,
Right.
that's nothing. That
Right.
nothing to you may mean the world to somebody else.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you give your all into whatever you do. You give your best at all times,
Yes.
and you don't give up on you.
Especially to yourself.
Don't give up on you.
And I'm working on not letting my environment, whether it's I done had a bad day at work, so I'm not going to put the energy into my
Mhm.
project that I got going. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I
Right.
have to
Mhm.
stop letting my environment control every other part of me.
Just
Right.
that mentality. Yep.
Right. Yes. So
Yep.
that's also very important because that's what I struggle with. If I
Yep.
get a
And you
bad
are not
phone call, if
alone.
somebody pissed me off, or and there go
Right.
my creativity.
Easy.
It's
It's real
It's
gone.
easy.
easy.
Right.
It's
In
easy
the
to be like, okay, I done dealt with this all day. I don't feel like doing this.
Right.
Or
exactly.
I manifested yesterday, yet I'm still in the same situation today. But that goes back to don't be dismayed and don't be misled about the things you see around you because what you see is only temporary. I want somebody to really get this.
What you say earlier,
What
use
you
it.
see is only temporary. So
Yes.
whatever you are surrounded by, if it's in a environment where you don't want to be, use that as your motivation to escape
Yeah.
from it.
Let
Know
that be
that
the thing you run to.
even though it may not seem like things are changing, there is so much work being done that you cannot see on your behalf. But they
Yes.
can only work as much as you want them to. Like you have to feed that with faith. You
Hmm.
have to feed what you are calling in with your faith, if nothing else. You can't expect miracles if you've done nothing.
There you go.
You can't expect a life-changing moment if you have not even, like, you don't even believe in it. Your belief in your faith is what fuel your manifestations to become tangible.
I'm talking about you gotta believe in that thing with everything in you.
You gotta, I don't care what anybody say. I don't care how out of this world it may seem to be. You have that thought for a reason. You have that vision for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That means it already exists. It's waiting for you. Everything happens within its divine timing. You have to believe, believing, achieving. Okay? That's it. But my phone is about to die. I enjoyed this live.
This
It
was
went better.
great.
It went
Yes.
really, really good. It was a great live, and hopefully
Grateful.
we'll be able to do another one very soon.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I hope
peace
you
and
guys
blessings to all of you guys.
have a great night.
All
Peace, love, and
right.
flow, everybody.
Hold that vision, y'all. Hold the vision. It's so adamant. It's so on me to just keep repeating it. Hold your
Yeah.
vision. And until next time.
Okay. Bye bye, y'all.